Let me tell you a story about a pair of legs. Okay. This pair of legs was from a Barbie doll that I purchased some time ago. And yeah, I kept the legs, go figure. Uh, and it had a nice feature to it. This Barbie, as well built as it is, had a small camera in it. And not only camera, but a small LCD where you can review what you recorded. It's pretty banged up. I did a lot of tinkering with it, but I'm gonna fix it someday, but not for this video. The point is, I wanted to create a night vision camera out of it, and was rather successful, but as you can see, I destroyed the mounting and everything for the lenses, so that needs to be rebuilt. And that is beyond the scope of this video. Yeah, Barbie doll with the integrated camera to let children record their play. Go figure. I know, creepy as hell. But still, I kept the legs. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Let's talk a little about cameras. Let's talk a little about cameras. Let's talk about cameras. So let's talk a little about cameras. So, okay, let's talk a little about cameras. This one here is a little camera with CMOS sensor and an S-video out. That's this wire here, and there are two other, 12 volt power and ground. Cameras like this are pretty cheap. You can buy them for 10 bucks, something like that. Now, CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor, which is a mouthful, so I'll just stick with CMOS. Not to go full on dark on you, what this does is takes XY, or well, 2D array of light reactive compounds, or metal oxide semiconductors, that when hit with light, red, blue, and so on, you have to remember that each color has its own frequency and with it accompanying energy. It can hold a charge long enough for controller unit to scan the energy value of each pixel. Doesn't go quite like that, but yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. This process has some issues, and the biggest one is rolling shutter. If you move your camera fast enough from one side to another, you can see image tearing, or if you use quick flash, sometimes only part of the image is exposed while other is not. There are cameras that can process an entire sensor grid at a time, but that is completely other rabbit hole that there is no way I'm going into in this video. As this camera is S-video, you can connect it to almost anything that takes that plug. And I don't mean this plug, it's usually that's a standard S-video plug. Okay. What this does is this is just the signal, this is ground, so just one wire. Okay. What is important to note is that imaging sensors, like the one here, they're quite sensitive, more so than your eyes. They can see infrared light, or Actually, it's more like near infrared light, which ordinary humans can't see. Well, not unlike yours truly here. Infrared light, by its definition, is a wave with frequency from 1 millimeter to 600 nanometers. Cameras can see near light, infrared light, so that the range is blurred around 600 nanometers. Well, just so that the visual part of the spectrum and infrared overlap. Well, they don't overlap, but you get the picture. So, like this here is a graph, not a graph, an image that shows which parts are which. This is visible light, this is infrared, and everything else. Now, in your cell phone or camera, there's a infrared filter that, well, filters out infrared light. Go figure. Why is that filter important? Well, without it, photos and video taken outside look washed out. Guess what? Sun is a big infrared source. You can test it out by taking a TV remote and pointing it toward your cell phone camera while pressing some buttons on the remote. It doesn't really matter which ones. You'll see a series of flashes that correspond to commands that TV looks for. Well, to make the night vision camera, that filter needs to be taken out. I usually break them out. Just a second. This is my scrap bin of filters and lenses. Let me see if I can find one. Well, this is not it. Nope. If you can see that bluish tint in it, that's the filter. See it? See it? See it yet? Okay. Oh, this was from the Barbie cam, and that's where the filter was seated, and it was just broken out. Could be this one. I'm not sure. Maybe. No, I think this one was so stuck in that I needed to break it out. Well, you don't need that filter for night vision camera, but yeah, that's not it. Well, anyway, this camera doesn't have that filter because it was made as a secure, well, I think it was made as a security cam in the first place. And people usually use it also for first-person view, radio-controlled vehicles like drones and things like that. So the filter from this camera, this model, it doesn't have it. Actually, it has, where is it? ER cut. So there's a little sensor in here that tells you the light level, outside light level, and if it's low, it can actually turn on solenoid or some other mechanism that removes or puts in infrared filter on this. Goes like this, but we don't need it. It's a, let's say, dash cam video monitors something or other. You can actually purchase this as add-on to your vehicle and put in this camera at the back, and you get a rear-facing camera when you're reversing. Okay, so everything is connected. Everything is 12 volts. I got my trusty power supply set at 12 volts and 1 amp. Reds to red, green, black, green, black to black. Everything is connected properly. Yeah, let's see what happens. We got an image, which is out of focus, which is fine. There we go. That is much better. Oops. So to illustrate what infrared does is, you can't see it, but your camera can, because it's more sensitive than your eyes. And if we look at, where's the, okay. So this module has a sensor, light sensor over here. So if there's light, it's off. And if I cover it, it's on. So now it's time for a test run. Let me just dim the lights. This one turns on. It's not dark, but it's dark. My camera can't see a thing. But let's see if I can shine. Yeah, you can see it. You can see the reflector actually working. Small lights, but not much. And let's see the camera. What does the camera see? And with the additional reflector, should have taken this outside, but yeah, it's not connected to be taken anywhere except on this table. So guys, hope you like this. If you like it, subscribe. I like it. The format for this video I actually borrowed, stole, copied with pride from the Old Tony. The Old Tony, the place where comedy happens. Hope you're not angry, Tony.